Hello Stitchmakers, welcome to the Stitchmakers studio. My name is Anthea and today we're doing another episode of Friday Sews. So as you can see, I'm wearing my Faye dress and I'm also, which you can't see, wearing my Plinka pants. Yay! It's after a lot of adjustments and unpicking and pleating, I finally managed to get them done. As I told you in the last video, I actually ended up having to unpick the waistband and lower my front waistline by 2 inches. Anyway, that's all done now. I have a completed pair of Plinkas to go with my completed Faye. Today I'm just wearing it with a shop bought t-shirt because it's a bit grey and cloudy outside. It's not cold as such, but yeah, just needed an extra layer. Anyway, I didn't do a Friday Sews last week because we decided to take a trip down south to go and see the in-laws, which was really lovely to see them. They live down in the Midlands of England, and we haven't seen them for about 18 months, excuse me. Yeah, about 18 months we haven't seen them for, because we last saw them
a few moments later.
My apologies about that. So, yes, my in-laws. We went to go and see them in December of 2019. We spent Christmas with them. And then, of course, with all the COVID and the shutdowns and not being able to travel and all of that, yeah, we haven't seen them for 18 months. And the time has gone by really fast. Which is scary. And we have done like weekly Zoom calls and stuff like that, but it's not the same as actually, you know, seeing a person. Anyway, because the regulations changed in both England and Scotland, we were able to go down over the weekend and see them, and it was a long weekend. The girls, the kids were off on the Friday. They had the Friday off, and then of course Monday was a bank holiday, so hubby was off as well, so he took an extra day's holiday to cover the Friday. And yeah, it was really good and the weather was glorious, so yes. In terms of the clothing front, because my Plinkas were finished, I was able to wear Lagenlook the whole weekend, which was great. Now, okay, I only had the Faye dress that was finished, of like that me made, but I have got other dresses, or you know, tunics that were shop bought. Like when I first decided to change my clothing to Lagenlook, I kind of went and bought a whole bunch of stuff. Now, a lot of that hasn't survived because it was just absolutely terrible quality, but the pieces that did survive are great. So I was able to combine those with my Plinka pants, and yeah, it was just brilliant to be able to spend the whole weekend in Lagenlook clothing, not feeling like a stuffed sausage, which was brilliant. Anyway, as I said, the Plinkas are done, the Faye is done. I will insert a picture somewhere around here so you can have a see. This was taken in my mother-in-law's garden. She is a phenomenal gardener. I am very, very, very jealous. But as you can see, the Faye kind of tends to cover the Plinkas up almost completely. I think that's because while I shortened the crotch length on my Plinkas, I didn't extend the leg length, forgetting that there are 4.5 inches worth of pleats that go in the bottom. So my next set of Plinkas, which I'm cutting out at the moment, I'm adding leg length. so that they'll be a bit longer to make up for the pleats. I mean, I really like the pleats. They're a nice design feature. But yeah, I want a bit more length in the legs for the next pair. The next pair are going to be, oh, this hot pink. I've got linen. In fact, I took it off that length of linen. So they will be hot pink. Plinkas next. I'm also cutting out the fay in the burgundy version of this. Now I do have to make a couple adjustments to the pattern first. I want to bring the arm side in just a little bit up. This here, it folds a bit and gets scrunched up, so I just want to bring it in maybe 1.5 centimeters. At the bottom it's fine, so I'll even it out to the bottom, but just here I think I want to bring it in by about 1.5 centimeters, and that'll just allow it to lie a bit nicer, because I feel like it's just a bit too long there. I also want to take it up, if I can, shorten it by about 3 inches, because the original pattern has a 3-inch band that goes around the bottom, which you could do in the same fabric, or you could do in a contrast fabric, which would be nice. But the 3 inches would make it too long for me, so I thought if I took 3 inches off the skirt and then added the 3 inches band on, it would be about the same length as this one, I think. Yes, anyway. So that's the plan. I've got to do those modifications first. It won't take me long though. And that's about it. I have also printed off the pattern for the... Now, is it? Yes. Opal Annie juniper top, which I was hoping I would have enough of this pink to make that, but it takes nearly 2.5 meters of fabric, which I was really surprised about. I'm assuming that's because of the batwing sleeves. I don't know, but it takes an awful lot more fabric than I thought it would. However, I have got a navy blue plain viscose, which might work for it, so I'm thinking that would be a good one. And I thought I would try just doing like batch cutting, so cutting a few pieces out, because it's always the cutting and the modifying of the patterns that takes so much time. And once you actually get down to sewing, it's really quick. So I thought, well, if I could spend a bit of time and like modify the patterns and batch cut a few items, then I could like sit down and just whiz through and get a whole bunch of things finished. That's the plan at any rate, fingers crossed. I'll tell you if it works or not. And that's about it in terms of sewing. In terms of life, yeah. Other than the trip down and the absolutely horrendous trip back up on Monday, there were we came back up on the M6 and there were 5 incidents in 5 miles, which was just absolutely ridiculous. And it wasn't even big incidents, right? It was like, there must have obviously been one kind of like fender bender kind of little shunt accident, somebody that had happened. We didn't even see the evidence of that, because by the time we got to wherever it had been, it was all cleared away and the people were gone. But obviously it slowed down the traffic. And then there was various other ones where people weren't watching or paying attention, and they've nudged the car in front of them, so it hasn't even caused much in the way of damage, but of course that means people pull over. And then there was several incidents where people's cars had obviously overheated, so they were pulled over to the side of the road because it was absolutely sweltering hot, and then being stuck in the traffic. So obviously the cars have overheated, they've pulled over to the side of the road and pulled up, you know, opened their bonnet and stuff. And you know, the traffic slows down. In fact, the traffic was hardly moving because everybody's too busy like gandering at what's going on the side of the road instead of like driving. So it annoys me, as you can tell. So anyway, it added an extra hour and a half onto our journey, which so instead of being home at about 5ish, we were only home at 6:30. Just tiring, you know. But anyway, other than that, it's all been good this week. We've had some good weather, and the eldest finished her last exams yesterday, so yay, no more stress and drama, which is good. Youngest seems happier at school again, so it's all good. It's all good. Right, I'm gonna leave you there, and oh, I have filmed and I'm busy editing a video on using the Notion web app to organise my patterns and my fabric stash. So I'm hoping I will get the editing done for that over the weekend, and that you'll be able to see that next week sometime. So until then, I will see you again soon. Bye!